Hello my wonderful peoples. So today I wanted to talk about something that is a little touchy with some people and people get very sensitive about it, and it's overweight kids. And a lot of you might know, or I don't know if you've seen my other videos and where I speak about being an overweight child. And basically I was born weighing almost 13 pounds, and back in those days there wasn't many fat kids, and now it's just very common. Not only is it unhealthy for adults to be overweight, but I feel that it's extremely bad for kids to be overweight at such young ages. So I just feel that it's much worse for a child to be overweight, not only physically but mentally. Growing up, it wasn't that common for me to see big kids, so I could maybe remember one other person in school being chubby as well. When I first started going to school, my mom had to get my uniforms made because there wasn't any for my size, and that's to show you that it wasn't common at all. And now they even have plus size for kids. So I just wanted to touch up a little bit on that. I just feel that it's became too common, and I don't agree with people making fun of other people for being overweight, but I don't feel that people should see it as it being okay, because it's not. Kids, I've seen that kids are having osteoporosis as young as 5-8 years old from lack of activity, which used to be an old person's disease, and now it's affecting such young kids. And I feel that the problem is with parents, because the majority of parents are overweight. And I'm not trying to bash anyone or anything about that, but I feel that a lot of parents are okay with it because they've given up on themselves, so they don't really see how damaging it is to kids. And I was the only one that was overweight in my family, and my parents weren't like overweight at that time, so it was me who went out and bought myself chips and stuff, because that was my thing, was chips. I used to get mad if my mom didn't buy them for me or whatever, and then I would just go out and buy them myself. I can remember being like 4 years old, going to the neighborhood candy store and buying myself chips. So that's how bad I was. But I was always a fat kid, so but what I thought that I was fat, I see kids that are even bigger now. So I just feel that people need to do something about it. If you are an overweight parent and you have overweight kids, it's up to you to get your kids healthy, and by getting yourself healthy. It is the adult who is responsible And you don't have to feel that you're depriving your kids by not letting them eat junk, because it's a life and death situation nowadays. Kids are dying super young because they have diabetes, or like I was saying, the osteoporosis, when it could all be solved by just making healthier life changes. So I personally have a lot of overweight kids in my family, and I maybe sound like a bitch sometimes when I tell my niece that she needs to stop eating junk, but I don't mean to be a bitch. I just know how hard it's been to be overweight, and I've been battling with being overweight my whole life, so I know what it's like. And I know what it's like to be picked on at home by everyone, and I just don't want them to go through that, especially because she is bigger than what I used to be at that age. So if I was at my heaviest at 380 something, I would hate to see what she could potentially weigh and how unhealthy it is. So don't feel that you're depriving your kids from bad things, because ultimately it's for their bettering, and it all starts with the parents. So I think I'm rambling on, but I just thought I'd bring it up since I was on the bus on the way back to my car at work, and I was overhearing some lady talking about how her kid was overweight, and I turned around and I looked at her and she was overweight herself. So I just kept ear hustling, and she was saying how her kid loves to snack on chips and she's always hungry. And she was saying that she felt guilty that her kid was overweight, and that she was overweight herself, and she loved snacking on chips. But she knew that as an adult it was her responsibility, but yet she was still giving her kid chips, and she didn't want to be the reason why her kid was overweight. So it's very common, and I've heard people in my family say things about those in those terms. For example, my older sister stopped giving my nephew sugary cereals, chips, and all those kinds of things because he wasn't overweight, but it was affecting him at school. He was hyper, so she made the change in his diet, and his learning and everything has changed in school. But then she was being made feel guilty by someone else in my family because he went over and he basically ate a whole box of cereal, and they were saying that it was because he was being deprived, and that they would rather give their kids all this junk whenever they want it, because then they wouldn't feel embarrassed if they went over to someone's house, and they wouldn't eat everyone's stuff. But I think there's a difference in giving your kids a treat and making it an everyday thing. So it ultimately comes down to the adult making the decision. So basically, you just want to think about that. And your kid's not going to give a shit when they're sick and they're laying up in a hospital bed, because everything could have been changed when they were young. They're just going to care about having a long, healthy life. That's what made me want to change. My mom always tried to put me on diets and stuff, and I just never listened, but I was older. And I feel it was my choice. But when you're doing it to a 1-year-old, because you're feeding them chicken nuggets from McDonald's all the time, that is not okay. And for parents to sit there and say, oh, I can't get healthy because I have kids and they don't like to eat veggies, they don't like to do anything, they just want to play their games, blah blah blah. Fuck that shit. Like, you're just being a lazy ass, and that's what it comes down to. So if you want your kids to live long, you want them to not be full of all these diseases that are out there, get your ass up and have them join you, because that is the only way we're gonna stop this obese epidemic, is by starting with the kids, because the kids are the ones that are being affected now. If you're an overweight person, having kids, that is another thing. Kids are being born with diabetes because the parents were fat, and that's the reason why I don't have kids until I lose weight, because I don't want it to be my fault that my kid is like sick because of my choices when they didn't get a chance to make their own choices. So think about that, people. Don't bully fat people, but don't accept it. Don't accept all these sicknesses because you want to be lazy and fat. Don't accept that. That all this BBW crap, the big beautiful women, that's bullshit. Don't nobody want to be fat, and it's not healthy, and you can't even enjoy life. So let's stop this fat is okay crap, because it's not. We're all dying younger because of it. It costs millions and millions of dollars because people are being unhealthy and lazy. All this food is so expensive. I'd rather eat out. That's not even the case. It costs more to eat out than it does to eat at home. We're just lazy Americans, and other countries are getting lazy too. So it's a worldwide thing. So let's get out there. Let's bust our ass and get healthy. So let me know your guys' feedback, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Please leave your comments about this. I don't know if I just rambled on, but that's just what I felt like talking to you guys about. So yeah, I'll just continue to work my ass off. Hi peeps. So sorry that the content on today's video was a little long, but I just feel that I can relate to it, and I would really like for people to take kids being chubby a little bit more serious, because it's not fun. And sorry it was a little shaky. Hopefully next time it's fixed, so it won't be that long either. So remember that My previous cardio confession is on this side, and my previous workout is on that side. And right below it you'll find some pretty good recipes, and I'll be adding more into there hopefully soon. And my social media is down below, so if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do. And don't forget, up there, do us all a favor and subscribe. Okay, so see you guys next time. Peace out.